Welcome back, fellow readers. This is Suave, and today we're going to be taking a look at Soul Eater, the Perfect Edition, published by Square Enix Manga. We have a lot to go through with these books, so without further ado, let's begin. Alright, y'all, so here we have Soul Eater, the Perfect Edition, Volume 1. And as you can probably already see, we have a hardcover book here, so this is a much nice premium format book that we're getting by Square Enix Manga. And I never really got into Soul Eater in the past, but I really love that now we get to experience this book in a premium format versus the regular softcover formats that we got from Yen Press. So we're going to go around what this book looks like, what it looks like on the outside, the inside, and just see what's different between what we would normally get between this book and the softcover book. Okay, so here we have the front cover, and we're going to take a quick look at the spine, because the spine is what this book is going to look like most of the time when it's on your bookshelf. And I really love this deep bright yellow color with the black lettering. When you put these books on your shelf, they're going to stand out compared to everything else that's on there. And we're going to take a quick look at the back cover, and then we're going to take a deep dive inside the book. Alright, we're going to go ahead and go inside. We have the black covers inside, and we have this nice little cover illustration, and we have the table of contents. Now if you're a Soul Eater fan, you're going to immediately realize that this book actually has more content than the softcover books that you're used to. So in the first volume of the softcover, you have the 3 prologues and chapter 1. Whereas here we have the same content, but also chapters 2 and 3. So when you're looking at these perfect editions, you can already tell that this is not going to be 25 books like you got with the soft covers. This is going to be significantly less. I didn't really do the math, but I'm guessing it's going to probably be like maybe 20, maybe somewhere between 50 and 20 volumes, something like that. Now the pages in this book are really nice because they are a much thicker page than what you would normally get in a regular manga. They are not this rough cheap paper. This is a nice smooth premium paper that you get, and so the images get printed very nicely. They come out nice, clean and crisp, very bright white, very black, and so you don't get those rough texture colors that you normally get on cheap manga paper. And so it's kind of like you're reading almost on digital format. They just come out really nicely, and I just really love how the images come out. So let me go ahead and find a quick double spread for you, because these double spreads come out really nice. Here we go. So these double spreads, like I was saying, they just come out really nice in this type of product. And I love the way you can see layers being sliced through in the story here. And that's not the only difference in this book. One of the big major differences is the colored illustration. So let me go ahead and skip over to the end of this prologue. And so normally over here we would have these break pages, and what I noticed in the original versions is that these would be completely black and you would have this big Soul Eater logo in white. And they decided to change that up for the perfect editions. They didn't do that for every single black page. There are still some black pages here, but for most of them they did decide to include these colored illustrations. So I thought that was a really nice change they put over here. Now, like I said, I don't have any previous experience with reading Soul Eater, but I did notice that in the credits in the back of this book that there were no credits for Yen Press at all. So I have to assume that they got a whole new translator and a whole new team lettering all this in from scratch for the perfect edition. So the translations that you would normally see here are probably a little bit different than what you probably read in the past. So keep that in mind for you Soul Eater fans who are very experienced in this book. I personally don't have any experience with the previous versions, so I couldn't really tell you, but there might be some differences that may or may not bother some people. Now we still have 2 more books to cover, so I'm not going to dwell too much on this first book. Let me see if I can find a double spread real quick. Here we go. So, you know, here's another favorite little double spread that I saw when I was reading through this book. Just comes out really nice in this format. And let me see if I can find another colored illustration for you all. I know some of these colored inserts have already existed in the volume 1 when I was doing some research, but I know that there's some new ones over here. Like over here, I mean this existed in the regular volumes from what I saw, but here we have another unique colored illustration where this used to be a black page and you had the Soul Eater logo, so they included a nice new illustration here. And let me go ahead and skip around to the back, because there is one thing that I wanted to point it out that I saw just recently, and that is over here near the end where we have the credits page here. But I noticed here, I don't know if this is going to be true for all the books, but you can see that there's already a little bit of some tear in the middle, and thankfully I didn't see this error anywhere else. I think it was just unique to this specific page, but you could see that I guess the pages over on the white side here got stuck over here to the black side, and so you can see these little tear spots over here. but for me it's not a huge deal. It's a little disappointing, but at least it wasn't in the middle of the books where all the content is. So I'm just happy that it's at the end over here, and you know, we get this nice little unique colored illustrations over here, and we'll move on to book 2. Okay, so here we have book 2. We're gonna take a quick look around like we saw before. I love the spine like usual, and over here we have our character Soul, and we're gonna take a quick look inside. So it's very consistent format with what we saw in the past. We have our little cover illustration here, and we're gonna get to our table of contents, and it's just like what we saw in the last volume. We have 6 chapters here, so very consistent with the amount of content that we're getting in each book. Alright, so we'll quickly move on through the rest of the book, and like I said, I've never read Soul Eater in the past, but I am watching Fire Force right now, so I'm having a lot of fun with that. So I knew I had to come in here and see what his older work was like, and you know, I just love the character designs, the colors that he's using for the inserts here, and it's just a really fun story so far. I mean, I've been really enjoying it, and I'm just glad that I get to experience it in this type of format instead of on, you know, just regular manga format. I'm just a huge sucker when it comes to either hardcover manga and we get these nice premium pages and the crisp images. Anytime I see something like that, I just have to get my hands on it. And I just love the little fun poses that they have here, the color illustrations. And you know, this is a story that a lot of people have already had fun with. And you know, I'm not here to convince people whether or not this story works. I just want to show off what these products look like, especially since they're very recent, and some people are very curious to see what these books look like on the inside. Alright, let's go ahead and move on to book 3. Okay, so here we have book 3, probably featuring my favorite character so far, Black Star. And we're going to take a quick look at the spine. Matter of fact, since we're on book 3 now, there's only 3 books that have come out. I'm going to show what all 3 books look like side by side, so you can just see how amazing these spines look like when you're going to put them on your shelf. They just look absolutely beautiful in my opinion. And we're going to take a quick look at the back over here. Very consistent with what we saw with the other 2 volumes. And we're going to take a deep dive inside. So inside, very consistent still. We have the color illustration over here, and we have the table of contents. So right off the bat, I can actually see that there's actually more. We have 7 chapters now, not just 6. Maybe one of these chapters looks a little smaller than usual, but yeah, there's a lot of content in this one. And so we're gonna flip through around, maybe find a quick double spread. I haven't read this book yet, but I'm gonna see. And I don't know what this chick's deal is or what these characters are, but these characters just look so cool. I can't wait to see what these people are all about. Let me see if there's a nice double spread that I can show off over here. I'm trying to get through. Maybe they're not a fan of showing off double spreads too much in this book. We have some nice little color illustrations here. Ooh, I want to see what that one looked like. Oh, that one's pretty cool. The written exam. So let's go ahead and flip through around, and I'm not seeing any double spreads over here. Help me out, guys. Did I skip over? Here we go. We have this nice cool little double spread with a little ghost ship, and this just looks really awesome. I can't wait to dig through the rest of this book, and I can't wait for these other titles to come out. I think they're coming out every couple months, maybe 2 or 3 months. They're releasing a new volume in the perfect edition. So it's been very consistent so far. There might have been some delays because of COVID, but for the most part they are coming out, and I'm just really happy to be able to dig through this story that I've been missing out on this whole time. Alright, let's head on back. Alright folks, that was Soul Eater, the perfect edition. Post your comments down below. Let me know what you think about this specific edition of this story. And if you like this video, make sure you hit that like and subscribe. It helps me out a whole lot when you hit that big red button. And with that, I will see you all next time. Bye everyone.